One of the features that we did add goes back to the comment or the picture that Jessica showed, is something in super batch. Now behind all of this, and I know I'm talking pretty fast, is MRP and other things, but in some cases you have an entity that is making those different size items. So we're going to go in, and today we're saying we're going to make, that's not the right bill of material. Every demo I end up typing something wrong, but I'm going to look at this formula 345. That's that formula we looked for, right? And today what I want to do is I want to make some drums. I'm going to make 12 of those, and I also want to make some totes, and I'm going to make 2 of these. Why did we create this? Because many times a planner is saying, this is what I want to fill today. You do have the option of saying, I'm going to fill this from inventory. So again, maybe this is a case where we made that intermediate yesterday and we're now filling it. For my case, I'm saying no. Today I want them to make the intermediate and fill it. So we created super batch that's now saying all that the person needs to do is saying, what am I going to make? You can see now this is, for lack of a better term, sized. It's multiplied to 12 times 60, and it knows how many gallons we're going to have. And now this super batch functionality, what it's going to do is it's going to allow us, or it's going to create for us, 3 work orders to manage the production for today. We're going to get a production order out for, and tell the filling line how many 5-gallon jugs to fill, how many 10-gallon or 250-gallon jugs to fill, and then we're going to get a batch ticket out going back to the back of the house, indicating that we now have to do a fill batch, right? Here's all the gallons that you need to make those. So super batch becomes fairly important. I do want to spend just a couple more minutes because we're getting near the end. I'm just going to go into a batch ticket pretty quickly. And I'm going to go through and enter a new batch. I'm going to indicate we have different types of batches. Again, Jessica said we repackage. I'm going to do a mixed batch. A mixed batch is the capability that we have to indicate that we want to make the item as well as we want to can it today. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to indicate that I want to make one of these totes, or I'm actually going to make 12 of these totes. I'm going to save it. I'm now going to create my batch ticket. This batch ticket is where we've now sized everything, and you'll see how we have all the details in terms of sizing of the items. And this is just refreshing a little bit. And this is now telling us the finished good. Based upon scheduling, it's telling us when we could start it, when we could finish it, how much it's going to weigh. All of our process steps have now been timed. We have our formula. We have all those details. Acumatica does have a critical materials report, a shortage report in my mind that we could use. But I'm actually just going to release this because I want just to show you a little bit of the integrated quality process within Acumatica. So now this is on the floor. You can see we could size batches. We size batches because some cases we're short of material, in some cases it's going to go into a different mixer. But I'm going to go into by match move, and this is really what the second to the last place I want to go to, because I want to start this process. Notice the system is saying you can't. It can't because there's some quality control pieces again here. Now again, you'll determine whether you want to use those, but as we said, what we had embedded into this item is something that we call checklists. So this is saying that before the person could even start, this is the actually interface that someone's going to go in, or 2 people could go in and say, yep, it's okay, we've mixed this, and now that's the signing off of the quality control status. The same regard, we have to test that product. So this is saying that they've begun to make that in-process tote. I could go in there. That's one example of an Acumatica dashboard where the person could be alluded to. And again, I'm just asked is the coloring correct. So now you can begin to see how integrated into the manufacturing process, we have halted things that related to production. And if I go back to that batch ticket one more time, I'm going to go into the mix batch. I'm going to go into these process steps. And now the system's going to begin to let me know there's the QC orders that we did. There's the orders that we did. How many have we tested? How many have we completed? And now we can continue to go through that process of making the item and eventually putting it into inventory.